Hello everybody, welcome back to the edition of the Modicon EdgeIO training. I'm your host, Leandro Mala, and in this video what we're going to see is the web interface that we have on the communication module of the Modicon EdgeIO. So basically, the Modicon EdgeIO solution allows us to have this web interface that we can access through our PC in order to configure and make some diagnostics about the solution. So let's open one of the browsers and see what's going on. So the first thing that we need is to know the IP address. Okay, so the IP address of the Modicon EdgeIO. In my case, I have already changed that. Okay, but if you don't know the IP address, then the IP address is easy. We just need to use 10.10. The last 4 digits of the MAC address. Okay, remember that the MAC address of the devices are in hexa. So if you open the calculator, okay, then use the programmer one, put here by the 4 digits, okay, in pairs. Okay, so for example, if it's E8, then you use this one, and if it's 99.1, okay, just use this one on decimal in order to access to that unit. Okay, so that's the first thing that we need. So in my case, I have already passed that, so it's going to be 192.168.1.12 in order to access to the Modicon EdgeIO web interface. Okay, let's give it time, let's wait for it, and there we go. So this case is an old firmware. Okay, it's the prototype version. But on the username, okay, we just need to use security admin as I'm showing here. So the first letter in S is going to be in capital, and the first A is going to be in capital. Then if it's your first time access to the web interface, then you have a default password. The default password is A. So it's 8 A's in capital in order to access to the device. Okay, in case you don't know, it's on the manual, but just in case, I give you that. Okay, so once you know the password, in my case I have already changed it, administrator 1, something generic that I use for this, then you should be able to access to the solution. Okay, to the web interface. To the web interface of the Modicon EdgeIO. Okay, so if you use the Modicon EdgeIO configurator, you should be able to see that it's the same interface. Okay, and in comparison with the Modicon STB, okay, there is no particular Java version. You just go and log in, which is fantastic. So here, if you go to File, you have the possibility to create a new configuration, start over, open the configuration from your PC. From the network, the interface. This one is from your PC. Here you have the scan and create configuration, which is fantastic. So as soon as you put all the modules together, okay, and you know that that configuration is okay, you should be able to upload the actual configuration. Okay, here you should be able to see. Here is what the communication module has already selected for us. We just need to make some things and then just go to project name and start over. Okay, so this is quite good in order to understand what is on the network connection. Then you have home, just give you a few information about the device. Okay, nothing particular, but it tells you the IP address and also which position are the switches that we're going to talk about later. Okay, so the first thing is to know the IP address. Okay, once you know the IP address of the device, if you use the default 10.10. The 4 digits of the MAC address, you need to use those. You use the calculator as the programmer and convert by a pair of 2 the digits in order to get the decimal, and then use it on the web. Then you need to access, it's going to be security admin, as it's shown here, security admin, and then it's going to be 8 A's, okay, all in capital in order to access. Here, Island Management, this is the online tool, okay, or the web interface. Here you can add more things, add a model, and you should be able to see that I have the possibility to add all different kind of models, okay. This is the offline, okay, the configuration part, but if you go online, you can see that I cannot add anything at all. But something good here is to check what's going on with the unit, okay. This is the configuration I have at the moment, all the things here. Here's the memory mapping in order to access and get the data, okay. You can get the logs, okay. There is no configuration over there, but here, once you are offline, you should be able to change a few things. The same apply for the analog IOs here, okay. You should be able to change this once you are offline and then download it. Just basically make a modification and download using this button, okay. This one is to build the configuration to check if everything is all right. This is to save in your project. Island setup. So basically, it's the configuration of few services that we have on the island. User management in case you want to add something extra. Add new user. It will create a password, so copy the password. It's automatically copied. Put it in another place. Access using that user and make the modification, okay. But this is the top, okay. Here you can see there is no additionals. The security banner is basically the message when you're trying to log in. We're gonna cover that later, but this is the message that when you want to log in and you see this. Session management, easy to understand. And this is important in the diagnostic. So based on the actual configuration that you have, that it will give you if everything is all right or not, okay. So here you can see clearly that I have two models. They have a mismatch error based on the original configuration I have already downloaded, okay. They are in different positions. Here you can see that this one is okay. So it's very easy to understand what's going on with the unit. And in the maintenance mode, we have this just to reboot it, okay. So very important things here is know the IP address, know the security password, the security admin and password, and then how to make the configuration. So offline, make the configuration that you want, build the configuration, check if everything is all right, and then make the download configuration to the network interface, okay. So that configuration is stored over there, okay. Remember here, in order to change the IP address, you can go to the right side, select this, make the modification, the same with the other one, okay. Here, the communication, how you want to be treated, and here on the Island setup, you have this, in case you want to enable the settings, never select the services, okay. Basically, that's it. It's very straightforward. Okay, so once you know what the thing that you need to touch, okay. Security here and logout. Okay, so this is like an overview of the web interface for the Modicon EdgeIO. Okay, so if you don't have the software installed in your PC, you can use the web interface in order to configure the island. Okay, then save the project in your PC. So it's very straightforward. What a good configuration tool. If we compare this, for example, with the Modicon STB, that needs a specific version of Java, and it's only for diagnostics and a few configurations. And if you compare this with the TN3 bus coupler configuration tool, you just must have the software in your PC in order to save the configuration, then upload the configuration to the web into the bus coupler, then download the configuration to the unit. So this one is this Modicon EdgeIO is a combination of the few things that we have for the Modicon TN3 bus coupler and the STB all together in one unit. So along with this series video, you should be able to get up to speed. You will see that it's very easy going to play with. So thank you very much for watching this video, and see you on the next one.